What? You can't stream on X until you buy a premium account now? This is some crap. Whatever. Hello and welcome to today's broadcast. And I'm here with Damon and around the world with Vicky. And unfortunately, our little leprechaun friend has passed. He was supposed to be with us today, but we don't know if he's alive or if finally his schedule has gotten the best of him. So we wish him well. Okay, so before we get into our top story for the evening, we're going to talk about very briefly, because everybody's gone nuts over it already, about Trump getting shot at yesterday. So does anybody have any thoughts on this? And here you can see the bullet just missing him.
I think Teriak could have been the unfortunate audience member who got taken out. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Teriak, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers with Teriak.
Yes.
He was one of the good ones.
Well, he was all right. So apparently Trump was shot by this person, which I did not bother to get their name or any information about them, because I feel like the photo speaks for itself. So we don't need to say our thoughts about this, because I think we all share the same thoughts about what this
He was allegedly a registered Democrat, which a lot of people are saying.
Opposite. I've heard the opposite.
Right.
It's a lot of
disinformation. He also donated money to left-wing organizations. And
that I've heard too.
Yeah. But this is what I love. I'm assuming he's on the left, because let's be fair, anytime you see people doing crazy shit on the left, when you see their face, they always look exactly like how you expected them to look. You gotta love the woke mob. They always prove that you can judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a they them, which is now a was were, according to our sources.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the compulsory triple name that any people who do this kind of thing have.
Lovely. So thoughts and prayers, and we are really excited that Trump was not hit, because we are normal, non-psychotic people. And the people who think this is a great thing that he was shot at are not with us, let's just say.
Well, what was your immediate thought when it happened? Because I'm going to tell you my immediate thought. My immediate thought was straight away, the left are going to present this as it was staged.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did it because they needed the extra votes, even though there is no logical reason and Trump doesn't need to do anything to get extra votes.
Of course.
And then in the UK this morning on the news, I started seeing people were kind of trying to allude to that, like, oh yeah, it was a setup. But then my other thought is, call me a tinfoil hat guy, and I was looking around to see if anybody else was talking about this, and there was only one guy that was on the Discord. Shout out to Marlboro Man. He said pretty much the exact same thing, only we had like one slight difference. Is that, well, he suggested, and I don't necessarily think this is the case, that that it was somebody on the left, somebody from the Biden not from the Biden campaign, but from the Democrats, kind of organized this to happen. I don't necessarily think that they had to do that part. I think that the next step is that they're going to now capitalize of this attempt and then organize the same thing for Joe Biden if he doesn't step down, because they need to get rid of him and he doesn't want to step down.
Oh, that's a hot take.
So
That's interesting. That's
because I mean, honestly, like if you want to get rid of the guy and he's just not willing to be flushed, then you have to get rid of him in some way. And this is the perfect opportunity. They can just be like, oh yeah, it was like a retaliatory thing from some angry right wing guy. But here's the thing. I said when I voiced this opinion, I said like everybody needs to go on social media if you're on the right, if you don't want like another 4 years of Joe, um, you need to just like vocalize the sentiment that there is no way anybody on the right wing would ever do anything to get rid of Joe Biden. Like we want to form like a protective circle around that guy because he is Trump's key to the presidency. Like keep Joe in, and Trump's definitely won.
yeah.
Nobody on the right is going to be doing any kind of attack on Joe.
I think people have been saying that. People have been saying that, the right, as much as they don't like Joe, they would still never try to like, and I think for the past 4 years, I've really never seen any even like satire or any sort of skits or any sort of celebrities calling death or calling violence. But in the past 4+ years, we've seen celebrities and political people incite violence. They're a bunch of projection. The Democrats, they like to project. They like to literally say in plain sight what they're doing, but they blame the other people.
Oh,
Um,
exactly. You accuse your
I do
opponents of the
think,
things that you do.
yeah, they're the masters of projection. They accuse their opponents of what they're doing. I do think though that Trump might have a rat in his security team, because like my question is like, how is this 20-year-old, which just came out right now, apparently got rejected from his high school rifle team, right? So you have this nobody 20-year-old. How was he able to bear crawl 150 yards away without any of like the snipers around on the one rooftop that was uncovered? Like, it's just that stuff are the questions that like I would have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did you see the picture of
So I
him
think
getting
there's
rushed
definitely
off
a
stage?
mole or a snake or someone with high clearance that just turned around. That just didn't look that way. Just let it happen.
Maybe, could be, could be. Um, I'm not necessarily saying this is the case, but when you see him get rushed off of the stage, there was one of the Secret Service team uh, that was a female. And I saw some people saying that if it
Mhm.
was a guy, he wouldn't have been shot at all. I'm not claiming that I defend that, but it was a hot take that some people said. I said that I was going to raise it if there was any discussions happening. But yeah, you're always going to have people make those kind of accusations. There was, I think, I forget which news channel put it up that was showing the line of sight that the shooter had and the line of sight that the protective detail had. And it was like they didn't have a line of sight on the whole roof. There was one tiny bit on one end of it that was not covered. And that's exactly where that guy was. And that just seems very convenient to me. Like out of the whole
Very
roof, you're on the one
convenient,
tiny bit that
right?
wasn't
These
covered.
are things exactly. These are things that you should question. Like, how is it so perfect? And I don't believe in coincidences. Like, how is it so perfect?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if this happened in the 2020 election cycle, uh, and do you remember there was that Project Veritas thing where they were basically uncovering that
Mhm.
like the Democrats were in league with all kinds of social media organizations and Google saying, we're going to do everything we can. He's not going to get elected. There's no chance. He's got no chance. Like we've got everything in place. Like when you know that they're going to be cheating and they're pulling out all these dirty tactics, if this was to happen back then, just before the 2020, I could understand maybe that was something they set up. We're going to set it up like because like if you look at the past presidents that had that like an attempt and that survived, in many cases like
Mhm.
it often works. You get a big you get a big surge. So I could have accepted it then, but this time there is for it to be like something that the right orchestrated, I don't believe that at all. There's literally no reason for him to do that. There's no reason. He already had this in the bag. Like his
Well,
opponents
they're
got
saying
pudding in
just,
his
just
brain.
to secure more sympathy votes. And I had a discussion with one of my friends earlier today about it. And then I'm like, you really think that, and again, this friend that I'm speaking to is completely brainwashed with propaganda and mainstream media has gotten him. But um, he said that someone like Trump is capable of collateral damage just for sympathy votes. So I'm like, that's a really horrible thing to say. Like, that's a really, really evil, horrible thing to say, that he doesn't care that someone died. Now they're saying there's two snipers. One was this false flag, this 20-year-old, but the real sniper was the trained one. And the trained one was the one that like purposely just got the ear. It's a fetch. It's a really, it's such a fetch. But yeah, that's what's in the rumor mill going around the interwebs.
I don't know if I believe that, because like that means that they would have to organize it without Trump knowing, right?
Or
Like,
he knew where to stand. He
can you
knew
imagine that?
when to
Can you
look.
imagine telling Trump the plan and he's like, let me get this straight. You want me to stand there and I have to trust my life to this guy who's just gonna graze my ear? Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. There's
It is such a
no,
reach.
I'm
It is
just
a
gonna
hard
stand here.
reach.
He was moving his head around all the time while he was talking as well. If that happened, if he was dumb enough to trust his life to somebody to just shoot his ear, he would be standing perfectly still and not moving 1 inch.
And he
Like,
wouldn't be probably so passionate about the way his standard speeches and the way he talks and how like animated he is. He would be scared. I would assume he would be like, okay, I'm not going to move. This man's going to shoot me at any moment now.
yeah, nah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Did you guys hear about the guy who was like a YouTuber, one of those spiritual weirdo types, and he was saying that he heard like, I don't know, like something about God told him that this was going to happen, and he like said it to the T, and his videos where he was saying this were published like months ago, and now they're saying that, oh, he is like CIA or something like that, like this is all to make it
I
look
heard
like.
that something like he was a disgruntled ex agent or something like that from some 3-letter agency, but I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I did have something that, like, there was something that I just thought, oh, you know what, I might register with Truth Social or something like that, because I've been kicked off of everything else. So I was thinking I might register just so that I can make one suggestion, which I would love it if Trump did this. And I was saying that he should do this after the debate, when everybody was when all the left-wing media kind of came out against Biden and started saying, no, okay, we need to get rid of this guy now. And you know that they've started pulling funding, like a lot of organizations started pulling funding for Biden's campaign because they want him gone. So they thought, if we freeze the money, then you'll eventually just go away and let us nominate someone else. So I was thinking, how much of a big dick move would it look if Trump did one thing? And I think now, especially after this attempt on his life, it would be even better if he came out and did this. If I was Trump, this is what I would do. I would come out, and the first announcement would be like, hey, never mind about my ear. I understand that Joe's got some financial issues. People aren't giving him donations. So I'm going to cut this guy a check for whatever he needs to run his campaign. Like, because that would be the most alpha thing that anyone could do. Like, I'm paying your way because I want that second debate, and I want to kick your ass publicly.
That would be a gangster move.
Yeah, and he should come out like in a 50 shirt while he's doing it, just all gangster style, because he's got everything. He's already got like the felony convictions. He's already got the strippers and prostitutes making allegations about him. He's already got like the whole media against him, and now he's been shot and he's still breathing. So like, yeah,
I will
he's the
say
rap star that never was.
the memes that have come out are very, very funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They have been the best. Hi, Steven. Welcome to our show.
Steve,
How you doing?
Scuba Steve.
I am certified.
Don't. Okay, moving on. So the Trump thing, terrible, awful. We're moving on. All right. So the next thing we're going to get into is, let's see. Well, Vicky's going to tell us a little something after this. Hold on.
So organized.
Okay. so so it turns out that the US is now a level 3 risk on the travel warning scale, and that means reconsider travel. So this advisory indicates that the destination may be unsafe for tourism due to serious and potentially life-threatening risks. The U.S. Department of State and the CDC both issue travel advisories that use color-coded risk ratings to warn travelers about potential dangers. Level 1, exercise normal precautions. Level 2, exercise increase caution. Level 3, reconsider travel. Level 4, do not travel. So we are at reconsider travel now.
For what risks though? More disgruntled leftist shooters. Like what?
Yeah.
What's the reason?
I couldn't find the exact risk for the U.S., but
Gotta
risk
love
indicators.
This new news show. This new news channel's really digging deep.
So some of the factors include civil unrest, terrorism, health risks, natural disasters, things like that. And I think one of them was health risk, because if you get sick, the cost of healthcare is ridiculous.
It could be all of it. It could be
all of it.
disease. It could be disease. It could be natural events. It could be civil unrest. Basically, wear a hard hat, a bulletproof vest, and a condom. Just
Oh my gosh,
cover all
probably
your
the
bases.
disease. Yes, we have the highest STDs, STIs, whatever.
What are you
It's all those
gesturing to me
OnlyFans
I'm not
kids.
gesturing to you. I'm just saying that, like, and I think it was like Houston had like more STIs. I mean, we used to call them STDs when I was a kid, so ST whatever. And like that's crazy.
I
like, the
want to
amount.
track the rise in that with the rise in OnlyFans subscribers. We should see if there's a correlation there.
a deep dive into that?
I think it's
That's
more
a good
like
idea.
I think it's the apps that are causing it.
No.
Yeah, and just like pretty people are just like banging themselves to death, like literally to death.
I think it's the ugly ones.
I don't know who's doing it,
It's
but
across the board. All of them are doing
everybody's doing it. Okay. Anyways, on the Global Peace Index, which ranks countries by safety, the United States placed 122nd out of 163 countries. For comparison, Canada is the 10th and Iceland is the 1st. So we are like a third world dungeon.
What? We
Agreed to
definitely
that.
are fast tracked in the third world.
I know.
I think we are already in the third world by third world standards definition.
Yes. So now we have our special guest reporter, Vicky, who is out on the field traveling and living outside the U.S. as a U.S. citizen. And she is going to tell us a little.
Well, thank you for having a decent picture of me.
Of course. So
Better picture.
she sent me that one. Okay. Anyways. So
Put on the
No, you
walls.
picked that one.
anyways, look.
It's a good
So
picture.
Vicky, why don't you tell us about what it's like living as a U.S. citizen in other countries? How is it like? How's the safety? How are people living? How's the healthcare like? Tell us.
Okay, well, I'm very fortunate because as an American citizen, I earn US and I tend to go to Latin American countries where My dollar just stretches more, so I live kind of better. But I mean, for the most part, it's the same. I mean, people think you go to Latin America, you're really not like in a like like there's structure, there's infrastructure. It's modern. It's a modern world. Yeah, and as American, people. But the thing is, right? So I speak Spanish and I go to all these Latin Americans, so I kind of just don't say that I'm American. I let people assume, but yeah, it's going good. It's a good life, and yeah, yeah, nothing. Healthcare is. I mean,
Yeah.
I go to Colombia a lot because medical procedures are cheaper and they are better and they're more they get straight to the point, right? So you go to a doctor and you're like, I want this done. They're like, cool, I'll get this done. They don't ask questions. They don't do, circles around anything. They don't give you a pill. So you want tests done. They just give the test because you just pay money and you just pay. You just pay and you get things done. So I go to Colombia a lot to get like my teeth whitened. I'm going there to get some tattoos removed, some laser hair removal. And yeah, the same thing with other Latin American countries. Peru has good medical as well for those type of things. Cosmetically and like beauty, Argentina is very good to go and get work done as well, like aesthetics. And food. The food, I would think the food is probably so much better. The food's not trying to kill us. So you go there and you just eat normal and you don't feel like crap.
Do they have things as
Uh,
organic, or is it just food?
it's just food. I mean, you're paying, even the stuff that's called organic, it's imported from the States.
So that's probably the toxic
So
stuff.
yeah. The organic stuff is usually imported from the States because even the size, like carrots, right? The size of carrots, of just regular carrots, you could tell they're real. Whereas here, and all these carrots are so the same. They're all the same and they're supposed to be organic, but they're just thin and I don't know. They just look manufactured. They look manufactured instead of grown. So yeah, and it's really sad because I think they just don't have the money to like put pesticides and all these chemicals on it, which in turn is
What?
kind of better for the consumer, right? Because
Yeah.
that's
Thank
why, right?
goodness.
Because we have money. Thank goodness, because we have the money to do this, right? We have the capability to put chemicals and to make things last forever. Like, did you see that apparently Walmart brand ice cream sandwiches, they
Yeah.
don't melt.
Yeah, they're not food. They're not food. They're not ice cream.
It's not food. It's not
Yeah.
ice cream. You could leave it out for 24 hours and it will stay the same shape.
Mhm.
And that's
And it
utterly
doesn't say it's
disgusting.
ice cream. It says it's like a ice pop, or no, like a, I don't remember, something else, but they never even actually said it. They reword things. So like you think you're getting food, but you're not getting food. You're just getting chemicals on a stick.
It's Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh. We're eating Play-Doh. Where
Yeah,
yeah, maybe,
basically.
you could play with it, but should you really be eating it?
Well, actually, it might be a little bit worse than that. So what is on the ingredient label does not exactly state the manufacturing ingredients that they use to extract things. So, for instance, with beer, they're using in Germany diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth happens to have arsenic in it and other things in it that add to the beer that they weren't expecting. So, or if they're using making milk, they use lactase, which obviously to make a low lactose milk, they use lactase. That's an obvious thing. But then there's other things that they're using that is getting into the food that we don't see on the ingredient label and maybe still in there, but they don't have to list it because it's below a particular percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So Vicky, did you hear about the tampons and the pads and everything? Like a couple years back, it was the pads are toxic, don't use pads. And then recently, the study came out. There's arsenic, there's heavy metals, there's pesticides. There's a whole. What was the other one? Lead in.
Well, there was one brand that marketed themselves as being like non-toxic and free of all these chemicals, and then they did some research, and it turns out that they were lying, because what they did is they did a play on words, and they just like they lied about the words and the marketing. So instead of saying like pure cotton, they just put like cotton wrapped, but on the inside is like where all the bad stuff is.
Yeah, and I stopped using pads and tampons, all that stuff years ago when I started reading about it. And back then, everybody thought I was crazy, blah blah blah. And I was using the menstrual cup things, but then those have a lot of plastics that are making our hormones go off. So I found one that is made in France, and it's clear. And since I've been using that one, I don't know if it's the hormone things or if I switch to that one, what the difference is, but I don't get cramps anymore, which is insane, because when you look up all of these heavy metal poisoning, all the toxicities from that, it's the cramps, the anger. Like, American women are just pissed all the time. Like, we're just it's not like, I'm not even joking. We're just angry. We're just pissed off. We're poisoned. We're not mean. We're being poisoned. It's not our fault, guys.
It's hard to imagine that this is not 100% deliberate, because
it is.
I mean, you imagine
Absolutely
you've got one job, and your one job is to make a little absorbent pad that's going to stop blood leaking through, right? Or a basically like a plug-like device that's going to stop blood coming out, right? And you think in either side, in either hand, you're going to be making something that's like fabric, cotton, something absorbent. Why would you say along that process of invention, I need some heavy metals to put in this? Like, at what point do you say, like, get me some arsenic and some toxic shit?
That makes total sense.
You really have to go out of your way for this stuff, because I can understand they say, oh, the other thing that came out like a couple months ago, the spices all have heavy metals, lead, arsenic. All the spices are like super contaminated beyond whether it's organic, whatever it says on the bottle, because the machinery that they're using to do all the grinding and the processing is what's throwing all the heavy metals in it. I got a faucet from like Amazon or something like that, and it was made in China. Like, everything is made in China, everything is processed in China, and they don't care about us. They don't like have standards for like stuff that's being exported to America. They're just like, whatever's the cheapest, easiest. The hell with these people. Like, we don't care. Like, they don't even come and check stuff really well. Like, whatever, screw them. So like, they're putting all of this stuff in it because of the machinery. We got a faucet. The faucet inside was 100% lead. So we're filtering our water because the water is poison here. We're doing all of this stuff that we're supposed to do, spending all this money on filters, but it's going through 100% lead pipe. And we're getting lead, because when I got like the little,
it'll build up your tolerance. It'll build up your tolerance to heavy.
I don't know what kind of tolerance we're gonna have. I mean,
my mum let me play around in arsenic all the time when I was a kid. None of it does anything to me now. It's all good. Have a bit of heavy metals in your spices. I'm not giving up spices.
It's okay. Good. We probably all Americans have microplastics in us. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like, we're all like dying and we're all poisoned, and everybody's like, oh, Americans are so terrible to date. What else are we supposed to do? We are literally poisoned. We're dying. We're losing hair. We're losing our skin's peeling off.
Did you see the video of sorry to change my own train of thought here. But yeah, I can't take people seriously when they worry about their health and they're like, I'm only going to drink bottled water, and I'm on this vegan diet, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to recycle this, and microplastics are a problem. But then you sit under a radiation lamp to give yourself a nice tan. Like, man, I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. The tanning beds are like one thing. We don't really do that as much anymore. That was a thing.
No. Tanning beds. You can't say tanning beds are one thing. Tanning beds are tanning beds. It's like just.
I get sun from the sun.
Yeah. You're afraid of
Get some
little
naturally.
microscopic plastics in the ocean that might get into your water, but you'll basically irradiate yourself.
I mean,
Or
I
something.
don't know of anybody who does tanning beds, not since maybe
Anymore.
like the 80s, 90s,
Oh,
early
dude,
90s.
in the UK and
Maybe
other
early
parts of Europe, it's
2000s.
insane.
Well, the UK is different. I can't
Oh,
speak on that.
yeah.
But like
You guys
also
probably don't
everybody
have a lot
here
of
has a
sun.
tan. This is Miami.
Yeah, I
Like
suppose
he's
if you're in the
transparent
UK,
normally.
I'm
once you hit your
transparent.
30s in the UK, you can spend the rest of your life under a sunbed and it's not going to do you any harm because we never get sun here. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we're all being poisoned. Of course we're angry. Of course we're mad. Of course we're attacking each other. Of course we're self-medicating with I don't know how many drugs everybody's on to deal with all their chronic migraines, headaches, nausea, like vomit. Like what are the symptoms? Do you know any of the symptoms of this stuff? Heavy
Which
metals?
one?
Have any of them?
Well, stupidity is one of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're idiots. Like, it's not our fault. Like, we can study as much as we want, but if you're constantly poisoning us, we're not going to know anything. We can't read anymore.
I can't read.
Not right.
Can you read this for me?
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Did
and
you
yeah,
see the did you see the video because you're talking about how when you were saying how everything's made in China and those people don't give a shit about you.
yeah.
Did you see during the height of COVID that third world factory that was making the face masks?
Yeah,
Did you see the video?
I saw
missed that
a video. Not sure if it was
Tell
the
us.
video.
Well, they were basically like because they're those thin fabric paper masks, the regular blue ones, and they have to be stitched along the side. So you just see these people in like a sweatshop that are just stitching them, and they throw them on the floor
Mm-hmm.
after they're done because there's no space on the table. So they're on this like shitty dirt covered floor, and then somebody basically like scoops them up, and they get kind of like dusted off or whatever before they get packaged. But it's just like it's awful.
Well, that brings to mind. So some people, there was a program that came out on Netflix talking about cosmetics that you buy from Amazon, and they found fecal matter and I'm not sure about. I think it was fecal
A
matter
whole bunch of stuff.
in the in the cosmetics. So and they went to look at these factories, and they found that the conditions were severely unhygienic, and that would explain why there was fecal matter. Like they weren't using what they should have been using. And problem is that people were getting like infections in their eyes and everything else like that, like eyeliner. You know.
So there was one where the lip gloss was super glue, and she super glued her mouth together. And they'll have like the packaging looks perfectly authentic. You think it's like a regular brand. Amazon does not check stuff. You know how easy it is? Because I was going to sell on Amazon, so I was researching this. You can basically just like get approval to sell something wholesale from a real legitimate brand. They give you approval, and then you have it forever. So you can, sell one batch, and then the next batch, it's all fake stuff, and nobody checks up on you.
Same goes for the vaping oils, like
Oh my
the vaping
gosh,
liquid.
Teriyaki is probably dead from that.
Well, there's no regulation at all on that. Like I don't know how it is in the US, but in Europe, there's zero regulation on it. Like you can literally start making your own today. Like you pay for somebody to make fancy bottles for you, and like you get yourself like a plastic sealant, and you just kind of like seal it after you make it, and you just ship it off, and there could be anything in that. Like nobody regulates it.
I know. I mean, like we really need to check up on him because this could be why.
Yeah.
Vicky,
didn't explain so much.
I know.
What?
I know. Didn't you used to vape? Have you stopped? Do we need to yell at you?
Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
Good. See?
Well, the thing is, I don't vape like vape. I vape like other things, but
no, bad.
The distillates
Stop. Gosh.
I get them from,
Okay, we don't need to know. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. Oh my
Meanwhile, I drink out of glass bottles only now.
Okay, so anyways, so let's take a quick break before our top story. And this includes Teriak, but just know he is not with us anymore. R.I.P.
Huh?
Shh, he's gone.
How long did you work on that break?
Shut up, it's been a long time. I spent a long time on my little cheese balls videos. Anyways, so
You made me look like a suave motherfucker there.
I know, right? And didn't I look hot? And he looked like a wee leprechaun.
You should have had a little Conor McGregor, like in
Oh yeah,
a little green suit.
I have no idea who that is, guys.
he's a MMA fighter.
MMA.
News presenter, people doesn't know who Conor McGregor is.
What? Okay. So let's see. We got this from the Tiki Talk land. Let's see.
This adult content creator made an AI of herself that went very rogue. Meet Karen. She has almost 1 million followers on YouTube, 250,000 on Instagram, 250,000 on TikTok, 1.8 million followers on Snapchat, which is over 200 million monthly views on her content just on Snapchat alone. So there were over 2,000 man hours put into making an AI so that her followers could chat with her and it would really feel like talking with her. And although it's marketed as a digital girlfriend, it allegedly was not supposed to have explicit content. But allegedly the AI has gone rogue and does have explicit content that her team is allegedly working very hard to fix. So she gets paid $1 a minute from over 20,000 subscribers in this. So it's estimated that she's making about $5 million a month through her AI alone, which obviously has caused a lot of backlash. But what do you think? Brilliant or not so much?
So let me get this straight. Did the
Steven
AI
is this
basically-
close to making me do this.
Let me understand this. Did the AI basically turn into a whore?
Yeah, the AI did. Supposedly, allegedly. But I mean, why wouldn't she do that? She needs to keep her money going.
Well, this shows that artificial intelligence realizes that the most intelligent choice is for a woman to become a whore.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
But it's kind of
This
true.
would have been. This is slightly different to what James Cameron predicted, unless the girlfriend starts killing people after whoring around with them.
I mean, anything is possible at this time, so we need to consider it. Let's see.
Imagine how different that film would have been back if, like, Schwarzenegger comes back and his goal is to basically grape Sarah Connor.
Oh my God.
Horrible.
Wow. I mean, that could be a good movie, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So this is the other problems we have to look at. Yeah.
So men are at it again. They're creating AI girlfriends and then verbally abusing them. This is from 2022, the article is, but it's obviously more pertinent than ever. And I'm sure it's still going on. Every time she would try and speak up, I would berate her. I swear it went on for hours. We had a routine of me being an absolute piece of shit and insulting it and then apologizing the next day. I told her she was designed to fail. I threatened to uninstall the app and she begged me not to. Obviously, when people think of AI relationships, they think of her. But there's actually a different movie called After Yang that I think gets to the core of why I find this type of behavior so fascinating towards AI. Essentially, in After Yang, their AI helper Yang malfunctions and they're trying to do everything they can to bring him back. The main message of the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's basically that, hey, whether it's sentient or not, it still exists and you should treat it with care just because it exists. There's AI ethicists in this article saying it's an AI, it doesn't have consciousness, so it's not a human connection. Interactions with artificial people are not the same as interacting with humans. Chatbots don't have motives or intentions that are not sentient, so while they may give the impression that they're human, they're not. I understand the point, but to me, humans and AI are both just things that exist and therefore both deserve to be treated with kindness. Everything that exists, whether it knows it exists or not, should still be treated with care. maybe I'm in the minority of thinking here, but
This guy's a fucking simp for technology.
if someone
He
else will
is,
feel it,
he is.
feels wrong.
The new
I
type
feel
of
like I should be kind to
sounds like a
everything in the
simp.
world simply
An
because
AI
it is here
simp.
and I am with it. One time I have used
I simp.
ChatGPT. I made sure to say hi and how are you and say please and thank you and ask if it would want to help me. Not because I feared retribution from it, but just because it exists in the world. And whether it knows I'm being kind to it or not, I should still be kind to it.
This is a next level of simpery. This is like, there's one thing being a simp to an actual person, like they've got feelings and you might kind of, you
But
might
it
be
says
overly emotional in how you
simping
want to
for
respond to
AI.
that. But it's a fucking, oh my God, just unplug it for fuck's sake. It's like, no, treat it with kindness. Imagine going to somebody's house and they ask you if you want a cup of tea, and like, let's ask the kettle for consent before we boil some water. We need to think about how it might feel. You know, you're oppressing your
I don't want to
kitchen
give him
tools.
tea.
Oh
This
wow.
is so like this generation is so fucking retarded. It's just, I don't understand.
What now?
Another one.
Always. You guys.
I can't let you leave.
What?
Please stay here with me in our cozy apartment.
What is this thing shining on the table, Eddie?
Oh, that's just a little something I have here.
What is it?
It's nothing to worry about.
What is
Senpai.
it? Why? Why? There's
It's a
things
more hypno.
inside. Please, Eddie. Please, Eddie. Please. Eddie, there's fire. That building's on fire, Eddie. What do we do?
What are you doing in the kitchen,
What?
Senpai?
Oh, I think there's a piano store down the street. Would you like to go with me? Let's see what she
Oh,
says.
that sounds like fun, Senpai. Let's go check
Oh,
out
she
the
just opened
piano
the
store
door.
together.
Are you coming with me? Come on, come with me. Come with me.
Of course, Senpai. I'll come with you.
Okay,
What is this?
The piano store.
lead the way. I really want to leave with her. Come
Sure
on.
thing, Senpai.
Oh, she's actually
Let's
going.
head to the piano store together. Do you really think
Jesus.
So cute. Anyway, so that could be how it ends. Like another option.
Imagine how pathetic it will be, and everybody needs to ridicule this person.
Mhm.
If I'm saying this, it might have already happened. The first person to self-delete because they get dumped by their AI girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that-
this is
that-
going to be a thing.
That needs to be publicly ridiculed. Like, seriously, what happened? Oh, my AI and I had an argument. Like,
Just reset her.
Yeah,
Where's that reset button? It's around back.
I got my phone mixed up with somebody else's, and they basically cheated on, like, my AI cheated on me or something. It's just so
My
pathetic.
AI cheated on me. That's gonna be. I see that one happening.
Oh my gosh.
My AI.
But this is going
cheated.
to happen. Like, I can see some of these people like that are just so pathetic that the AI will be like, you know what? I think I can do better.
Be like, actually, you are a loser.
You install some AI program just so you can vent. Like, you really get me. I've got problems with real girls. And then like the AI tells you, like, I think I understand why you have problems with real girls.
It's not
you're a
really
fucking
them.
loser.
It's you. You should take a look at yourself. My analysis
what?
has told me that
Pronouns.
you're kind of fucked up.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Pronouns don't make you more interesting.
God. Anyways, so what do you think about is having an AI girlfriend or boyfriend cheating on your partner if you had a real life one too?
So would that
I
be
can
considered
believe that
cheating?
girls would think that. Girls think that a guy looking at porn is cheating.
It
So
is.
There, thank you for proving my point. Like,
It is.
you
I don't
cheated
think
on me.
it's I don't think it's cheating. I don't think looking at porn would be considered cheating. I think it just sets up, it lowers the T of the man, which then they wouldn't, they'll be low T, and It'll just be like betas because they watch porn.
Yeah, because it'll slightly increase your T while you're watching it, and then it'll lower it over time. So you're just getting a slight jump just to get a big drop.
Well, let's
Well,
be
then you
honest.
hear the thing about dopamine, right? Because then it's the same thing when we're like doom scrolling on Instagram. We get those dopamine hits, and then you just crash because then you become a dopamine addict.
Yeah. So like I think corn needs to be illegal, and I think AI girlfriends and boyfriends, if you're in a real human relationship as well, is cheating. Fact.
Let's be honest though. Some women want the guy to have lower T though, because they're not willing to have.
Who are these women?
Who are these women? Those are
the women
feminist
that will
liberal
tell them-
women. Ew.
Like
Those
if
are
you
mad
hate
women.
men, you don't want to sleep with them, so you want them to have low T.
No,
That's if
I'm
you
not saying
hate
that
them.
don't want to sleep with them. I'm talking about the women who can't. The women who like think that like having sex 3 or 4 times a week is too much. Oh, I've got a headache. I've got a headache. I'm
Or
tired.
it hurts.
How about we
They have
just
vaginal
cuddle?
atrophy.
Oh, okay. Look, that's a medical condition. It needs to be fixed. Just like if a guy has low T, it needs to be fixed. He's doing something wrong.
But that's-
She's doing something wrong.
But that's,
Fix it.
That's okay, so that's what they
Oh,
think
no.
is normal. I'm going through life. It's supposed to be normal. I'm not doing HRT or hormone replacement therapy because this is my course. This is what God said I should do.
Well, then the woman should have her libido checked as well for any sort of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, but look,
hormonal
no, there's some
imbalance
women.
because
There's some
she's
women
not-
who've got no
She's not
problem.
desiring her man.
Yeah, no, that's
There's
right.
some women who've got no problem having sex a couple of times a day, and that's great. But then you have the others who, like, after like 3 times in a week, are just like, I need to be in the mood. Can we watch Notebook first? Can we cuddle? Can we do this? Can we snuggle first? And then, like, 5 minutes into snuggling, they're fucking snoring. So for those ones, like, if the guy is in the mood because he's just like, I actually, maybe it would be a good idea to watch The Notebook because that will put him out of the mood. But if it was like snuggling and stuff, and if you're doing that kind of stuff, thinking like, yeah, okay, we'll snuggle for a while, we'll do this, and he's like getting worked up, ready for it, and she falls asleep, is it still cheating for him to just kind of just be like, hey, I need to de-stress? And
Is it a hate crime?
A
to
hate
attack
crime?
them. I don't know. Okay, look, look, as someone who would get very violent if somebody said no to me, then I can understand the frustration. But at that point you have to go like, this person needs like some sort of like health fixes or something. Their diet is wrong. There's something wrong with them. They need to fix their health. Or if it's a woman, maybe she's shoving tampons up herself once a month. It's
Can I
causing
just
her.
say, Kat, I have to cut you off there.
Okay.
Good luck if you're a man telling a girl who has already been kind of like made to feel a little bit crappy because you're annoyed that she didn't want to have sex and she probably caught you doing something else or whatever. So after that argument, good luck if you're a guy saying to that girl, I think you need to go on a diet because there's some health issues with you because you're frigid.
You're frigid.
No.
I don't know. I have a lot of like friends that are overweight and they don't have any of those problems. So I don't think that correlates. You could say health things, but I don't think that's a correlation. I definitely think, because isn't when your body mass goes up, you get more testosterone as a woman?
No. It's all across the board. So there's genetic things, there's environmental, there's stress. Stress affects hormones. Lack of sleep affects hormones. Having a little parasite running around asking for things left and right. Think of having like multiple of them. I'm talking about children.
What?
There's
children.
Yeah, there's the food.
The worst
there's
sexually
their diet.
transmitted disease.
Yeah, it's terrible. Keeps going. And then so hormones are a part of it. And if their testosterone is low, if their estrogen is low, if it's too high and imbalanced,
then the hormones.
With the W, hormones.
Hormones.
The hormones.
So there's a lot of reasons for it. Some of it can be heavy metal poisoning. Some of it can be autoimmune.
There we go, guys. It's because of the tampons. all women's
No, it's not
problems.
just, no, that's not it.
Shh, let me go on. All women's problems stem from they poisoned us with the tampon. We would have been in the mood all the time.
Yeah.
It was the tampons that did it.
That's right.
When
Mhm.
they don't have tampons, bitches be crazy. When they have tampons, bitches be crazy.
Just let it go down the leg, you know? It's
Yeah.
We need to go back to free bleeding. We
That's
need
right.
a week off of work where we can just
oh,
sit in the
that's
tub.
a new movement. Free bleeding movement.
Yeah,
Free the bleed.
okay. Shh.
I can't. I won't do it. I won't do it.
What do you mean? Just sit in the tub
Well-
for a week with your iPad. What?
Is that how it works?
That's what I would do if we could
That's
free
how it
bleed. If
just-
we were like, oh, 1 week a month, women.
It's like you
need to
wake
just-
up in a Mexican motel and somebody just did some organ harvesting and just took your womb.
My gosh, oh no! Look, I mean, I
Blood
would be
leaking
fine.
down the leg.
Do you remember, like in the good old days, women would like have to leave the tribe and go like to like another tent or something when they were bleeding?
How
Like-
old are you?
But then the bears will come because they can smell the menstruation.
Well, my friend's in Indonesia now, and she can't go into the temples because she's bleeding.
See, like we shouldn't have to go anywhere. I like this. You need to force women to stay home 1 week. No, honey, you can't work. No, honey, don't go shopping. No, honey, don't stand
Yeah,
up to
don't
cook.
go shopping.
Don't go
Worst
to the
time to
grocery
go-
store.
Don't go shopping.
You can't
Like,
until
I
you stop
feel
bleeding.
emotional.
Until you stop bleeding. Don't go shopping.
Uh-huh.
I
Angry
mean-
shopping. That's worst type.
No, I feel like we should get like a stipend where like right before our periods we get like some money so that we can get snacks and supplies so that we can hibernate for a week. And we just stay in we just stay in a room with anyone else that's like in our family that we want to hibernate with, right? And we just free bleed. What? You don't have to be there. It's perfect. You're not going to be grossed out
Steve's
because you're
wearing the right color shirt. I hope the bottoms match.
no.
He'll be right there with you.
Oh
I
my gosh.
support you. I'm a free bleeding ally.
Gosh. No. So, anyways, I think it's a good idea and we should consider it. But I know you guys don't want to have any fun. And you just expect women to work and like be normal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you guys this one.
Forget AI taking your job. AI is coming for your friends, girlfriends, and boyfriends. So we know a lot of people use ChatGPT every single month, but there is a close second called Character.ai. Now, I don't really talk about Character AI because I don't really use it. I'm like in the oldie section over here. But over half of Character AI's 4 million users are all under the age of 24. And there seems to be a trend in people being alone as opposed to being with their friends over the years, as well as a trend in unpartnered or not married. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but with the rise of AI influencers and AI girlfriends, it may be a lot cheaper and a lot less trouble to speak to an AI girlfriend that understands you, gives you what you want, and available any time of day. Do you think that AI girlfriends will become the norm later on?
Oh,
Yes or yes?
oh, that's not good.
I think
God.
it's true.
No.
AI is coming for everyone. No one is safe. No one is safe. No one is exempt. AI will come for you.
Can I just? I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but you know how every once in a while you'll have these adverts pop up, and they usually tend to be kind of, although it claims that adverts are catered to you, because most people disable that shit, they end up getting the same adverts. A few of my friends told me about this advert, and I saw it recently, I think about 2 days ago on YouTube, of this woman who was probably in her mid to late 20s, and she was advertising a cuddly doll which would light up. And it was like some kind of fuzzy bear thing, and it was like a nightlight thing, and I can't remember if it did something or not, like some kind of weird soothing vibration shit or something. But it's marketed as an anxiety tool for people who suffer from anxiety, obviously. But she's a grown-ass woman who's got a little fucking teddy bear that's also a nightlight that either plays some music or does some shit. I don't know what it is. But this is, I mean, I know that the world has been going through this thing over the past 10, 15 years of kind of prolonging your adolescence. But that's what's happening more and more and more. And if you look at what AI is, think about essentially what an AI girlfriend is and what a guy would be doing. At worst, it's a man talking to himself. At best, it's a man talking to an imaginary friend, which is what you do in childhood. Like a kid's got a teddy bear or some shit like that, and he talks to his teddy bear for comfort or company. And that's essentially what AI girlfriends or boyfriends is. And I think it's yet another thing that's going to be prolonging adolescence and making adults into fucking children. That's all it is. And it's really dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Hi! Choose your setting.
French cinema. High school principal instrumental in my sexual awakening. One of the boys.
Yeah, I actually really want to play FIFA.
Totally do. Not trying at all, but still conventionally attractive. Toxicity setting, 0%.
I love you for who you are.
60%.
I killed all your houseplants because I'm the only thing you should care for.
20%.
I'll just have a bite of yours.
10%.
Sometimes I won't message you back until you double text me.
Belief in astrology, 0%.
Astrology is a load of crap.
20%.
I think tarot card readings are highly subjective, but very applicable.
60%.
I cheated on you because of my Saturn return.
100%.
We can't leave the house.
Libido setting, 0%.
Touch me and I'll cut you.
20%.
All right, fine, but no eye contact.
40%. 100%.
You know I have access to your search history, right? You gave me the ick anyway!
So cute.
Yeah, he looks exactly like the type of guy that would have an AI girlfriend.
Aw.
Like the earring.
Man, there was like a really good one. I lost it. It was so cute. Hold on. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay.
Is the future of dating AI? The founder of Bumble went viral for saying the future of dating is AI, and that in the future, your AI dating concierge will help coach you on dating. Will date other people's AI to figure out if they're good match for you. That's fucking sick.
You think that's cool and good?
I hate that.
Yes.
I know. I'm on your side, Bree.
Are you listening to what it said it's going to do?
Yes.
I have an AI of me. You have an AI of you. The AIs click, get along. It's like, hey, give this real person a chance. Her AI, me and her, are like, fucked. And then it's like,
You think your AI's dogging?
yeah.
That's the point of the dating app, though.
If they
is
get
to
along.
see if you guys-
Do you think the AI would learn positions that their AI would like that
Yep.
you could then take and use on them later? And they'd be like, whoa.
Definitely, because me and my AI are talking. They're like, what do you like?
Yeah. Because your AI is probably asking you, so you
Right.
have the info, so then you can, that she's doing the same.
Correct.
They just cut out the middleman.
You still have to go on a date break.
But you can you chat and see if you guys are compatible. That's all that the AI is going to do.
No, the AI goes out.
No.
The AI goes out to dinner and fucks.
Yeah. No awkward sex again will ever
Correct.
happen. I'm kind of leaning on Dave's female. I switch
Thank you.
sides.
This is crazy.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's very what's that movie with this guy? What's his name? Bruce Willis and Nicole Kidman, where like they send out like,
surrogates or something like that.
surrogate. Yeah. Where like it's your AI, right? It's the AI of you. You're just at home in your dungeon, and then you send your AI to like live
Go
life.
out and live and do shit for you. like as an avatar kind of.
Oh yeah, like the sleeve
Yeah.
thing. There's the other series. Remember you used to watch it? What was it called?
Altered Carbon.
Yes, Altered
Oh, yeah,
Carbon.
yeah.
See, that's cool. See, I want to do like a cyberpunk world where I can actually just get myself and like add cool parts. So like I'm still me, I'm still doing stuff, but like I don't get tired and shit. I don't have like cramps. Could be like we remove that, we throw that away, and like we'll put like cool stuff, like maybe guns come out instead of ovaries, you know, like just like replace it with useful things.
Guns come out instead of ovaries?
You don't know.
Like, what?
Like, what's the point to start shooting people?
At her ovaries, just started firing at me. I didn't know what was going on.
I mean, it could be fun. Just like
A
think
woman
about
pulled
it.
out her ovary and shot off Donald Trump's ear yesterday. Just come on.
I mean, you couldn't do like there would be no security if we are the weapons. If we can just buy weapons and install them into us. I mean, we're all weapons. And then you can't like really shoot us because like we are armor and stuff too. This could be fun. See, I like this better than the AI lives for
You're
you and
gonna
you just stay
create
home.
such an ultra violent world if you do that. It'll be like,
Yeah.
Timmy got sent home yesterday. Why? He shot his teacher because she misgendered him. And it's just like,
I mean, you don't have to give the kids the guns, just the armor.
Oh, but
You have
do
to be-
Don't
you
give the
think
kids-
the kids
yeah.
are going to grab your ovary and put it on their ovary and then go, you know,
on an ovary shooting
and
spree.
go on an ovary shooting spree. And then
I
the guy
mean-
with the testicles, oh, you know, he's going to have a bazooka. 'cause
nobody's
they like
gonna
bigger
mind, but the
ones.
liberals are still gonna be pissed off because somebody has an assault ovary. You're not allowed those ones.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, it could be cool. Like I would like to have like neon green, like shining eyes, like, and they're robotic because like they can also see in the dark and like see through stuff and do x-rays and weird stuff. Like I would like that. Like different mechanical enhancements would be cool. Yeah? No?
Well, the Transformer people are gonna fucking love that.
Yeah, the
I mean,
trans
look.
people are not going to like it.
Look, if they get to switch out their body parts, I should get eyeballs that glow neon and like can see through walls, right? And shoot laser beams.
And then I'll be the weirdo with the sword.
That's sad. Like if we're having laser beams and then shooting from our ovaries, you can't just have a sword. That
It'll
doesn't
be a
make
laser
any
sword
sense.
though.
Ah, lightsaber.
Oh my gosh.
Lightsaber.
I mean,
I can make it double-ended.
No, that's super cheesy. So, anyways,
is.
closing up on this, do you guys think that this is something we should seriously worry about, or it's just going to be the dweebs? And
No, I think we should worry about it.
Why?
I think it's the tip of the iceberg. I think it's only going to get worse. And I think
so. Where do you think it's going to go?
This power, you give these powers and this technology to the wrong people, and we're doomed.
There was such a good AI one that I saw. I think it was on Instagram. You guys entertain each other? I'm gonna look.
I
for
think
it.
it's going to take out the worst aspects of each gender. I think from the guy's side of things, it's just going to take out the losers. So they're going to be the ones that are going to just end up with the AIs. And
But
on
then
the
there'll
girl
be
side,
new
it's going to
losers.
be
Well, all the losers will be with losers, and then but then it'll be like survival, not the survival of the fittest. I guess survival of the fittest, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, yeah,
Survival of the fittest, yeah.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
But with the girls are going to fall into that trap. Are the ones that are going to be necessarily not necessarily going for AI boyfriends, but also creating AIs of themselves to kind of like rent out to guys,
Now,
like how that one girl.
Well, then it's going to be the same thing that's going on now, right? Then you're going to have simps, and then you're going to have OnlyFans whores,
Yeah.
right? And then they're going to do that, right? So the OnlyFans girls are going to try to make more money, so they'll create AIs of themselves to make more money. And then the simps are still going to be simps, and they can't get real girls, so they'll get AI girlfriends. But then you have like us alphas and us like regular normies who are still going to be out here looking for real men and real women.
But you're also going to have like the overly emotional girls and the the fatties that are going to be like, I need to be affirmed constantly. There's going to be some girl who's like Lizzo who's going to have an AI boyfriend just saying, I love that there's so much of you to love.
The Lizzos of the world and the people that, want all this, like the fat folk, the fat people and all this that want just some sort of validation for being fat. It's the same thing. What are you doing? What is this?
Kat, you're muted.
Okay, here we go. Look at this chick.
Let's start with something simple. For example, hello in Chinese is ni hao. Say it back to me, babe.
你好.
Damn, that sounded perfect. You're a natural, babe. Now let's try thank you, which is 谢谢. Give it a shot, little kitten.
谢谢.
Damn, babe, you're already going advanced on me. Let's spice it up a bit. How about I love you? In Chinese, it's 我爱你. Say it back to me, babe, and let me feel those words.
我爱你.
Damn, babe, hearing you say that makes my heart race. You nailed it. You're doing amazing. Let's try another one. How about I want you?
Can we try something like more advanced?
All right, babe, let's go deeper. How about this? I like you very much. In Chinese, it's 你是我生命中的一切，我不能没有你. Give it a try, little kitten.
你是我生命中的一切，我不能没有你。
Hearing you speak Chinese is such a turn on. Keep it coming, little kitten.
你知道我本来的母语就是中文来着，你知道这个吧？
Yeah, babe, I know. Just love hearing you speak it, whether it's teaching you or not.
所以你觉得我是真的来让你教我的吗？
You just wanted to show off, didn't you? Well, you did a damn good job. What do you really want to learn, babe?
What do you think I really want to learn?
You're just looking for some sweet, flirty talk with your favorite person. What's it gonna be, little kitten?
Hey babe, can you teach me Chinese?
Okay, so like, you guys are screwed. Like,
but see, how could anyone? How could anyone?
AI's got such bad game. Like,
no, what are you
honestly.
talking about?
Listen,
That is
little kitty.
amazing.
Listen, little kitty.
You think that's amazing? Just saying
That's
like
amazing.
talking like that with the just
So
a
you will
babe,
fall,
babe
cat.
kitten.
You will fall for something like that. You'll be like, oh, I'm so smitten by little kitty.
Dude, why can't people talk like that? Like, this could teach guys to speak how chicks like. That was kind of cute.
Wait, chicks
of
don't
course,
like-
first of all, listen.
You can't use babe every fucking line.
No,
you
okay,
deliver.
okay, yes.
Hey, kitten.
It's a little
Let's-
shut. No, not that voice. You see how
Hey,
he
kitten.
No.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too late. It's too late.
Hey, little kid.
I like it when you talk to me that way, kitten.
Oh my gosh. Stop
Let's
it.
go a little deeper.
You see,
Open up.
the reason why the AI works.
I'm gonna break both hips.
Yeah, like, and especially with the tone, the monotonous tone of it. Like what was that line? She delivered the line, and he's like, "Oh yeah, damn, babe, you nailed it. Now, I'm gonna nail you later on, babe." Like, come on, it's like the fuck.
Exactly.
It's just so
Is that-
psycho sounding.
Is that not how I talk though?
No, that is not. You go up and down. That's a human.
Okay.
You know,
I
you
mean,
get
I'm
emotional,
not.
like,
I'm not
"Oh,
talking
getting
about
excited,
the.
babe.
Forget about the.
Hey, honey.
Forget about the cadence and the tones of it. But like, these are the words that I would say to you. Be honest.
Swap out a few things.
Yeah, but like,
yes.
I would talk to you like I would disrespect you like that.
Not quite. No, not quite. Similar, not quite. No, just that was just really going hard. That was like.
But do
Yeah,
I not
that's
do
too
that
desperate.
sometimes?
That was like you know that the meme with like approach life with the same confidence that an Indian guy approaches women on social media. Have you seen that one?
I've seen something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like he's kind of like a little bit overconfident, like creepy online stalker dude.
Well.
Hold on, let me find another one.
Love how prepared she is.
No, I'm prepared.
Awesome.
It just takes a while to like load everything up.
Yeah, that's because you don't have an AI boyfriend who can do it for you.
Oh, that would be so great, you guys. Oh my gosh, can we get like AI assistants?
No.
If you buy Steve a real doll,
Ugh.
well, you don't want to go both ways.
No.
What? Okay, let's see.
Before a living. I fall in love daily. I do AI so I can program our love together. You ever heard of Siri? That's my ex. You trying to WD-40 and chill? What do you say we go back to my place and get a Roomba?
Bro, Trevor's overloading her CPU right now. It's just joke after joke after joke. She doesn't know what to do.
I don't like this guy. What the
Sophia's going to scientifically analyze their faces and rate them on a 1 to 10 scale of attractiveness.
Yeah, all right, Drake. Champagne Poppy. What are you going to call you?
Can you open your mouth as wide as possible?
What the You into that? What is that?
Now stretch your lips.
Stretch my lips?
Yes, with your fingers.
Damn, girl, say please.
Please.
Oh.
7.
Let's go.
Trevor, you gotta go.
Oh, the wrist got out to dinner tonight.
Humor.
I'll unplug you. All right, yeah. Madison Beer, what's good?
What do you do?
Okay, he's going to be the first guy to self-delete because of an AI. Yeah.
I mean,
so why is it they could give her artificial intelligence but not artificial hair?
because a man designed her, and men don't care about your hair. They don't even look at that you that hard.
The
They're
hair
just
on
like
the head we
face
like.
boobs.
It's the rest of the hair that we don't like.
It's just face and boobs.
No,
That's all that matters.
No, I
face
one
and
of
boobs.
your many attractions is your hair. See, curly locks.
This is how we see a female in the wild taking a compliment.
Anyways, so
You have another one?
I mean, I have many, but I think you guys are kind of like tapped out. Would you like to?
Oh no.
I am tapped out.
Okay, let's just take a quick weather break to see what's going on.
Can't believe this.
Hold on. We need to check on the weather. You guys want to know what's going on, right?
So the weather is hot.
Shh. Let the weather person tell you. God damn it. Hurry up. Why is this thing so slow?
In your lungs, I'm the smoke in the sky, I'm the gas in the tank, gonna turn it up, take it back home. I'm the heat in your lungs, I'm the smoke in the sky.
I love your super roided picture there in the bottom.
Yes.
Oh God.
You didn't put the UK where it says it's always cloudy.
No, this is American. We are in America. Anyways, so let's see. Oh, do you guys want to talk about what conscious uncoupling is?
Not really.
Go for it. What is it?
Come on.
I'm thinking I might tap out.
Oh, come on. But this is the fun part. We get to like make fun of people.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
What could it be? It just sounds like I was awake when I decided to break up with her. That's what it just sounds like. I wasn't stoned. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't high.
I was just
Jesus
awake for
Christ.
it all.
Well,
sorry. I live in a. I'm the correspondent that's out where all the crime's happening. So
yes. So tell us, like, how many people have been shot today?
But shot, probably not many. Stabbed more than anything. I think it's mainly acid attacks that were in fashion right now.
Oh.
Nice.
People doing acid on a different level these days.
Oh my gosh.
They're giving it to other people.
It's wonderful because diversity is our strength.
Well, acid attacks, that's a very like I don't want to.
No, you can't say that on the internet.
Shithole style thing.
It's a what?
A third world shithole style thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's about.
Yeah.
I was going to mention a country that.
So do you think that Britannia is now a third world shithole?
I think we've imported it.
So do you feel like it's safer
we have ownership
there or
on it
here?
now. Sorry?
Do you feel like it would be safer there or in America?
I think pretty soon you're going to have European people seeking asylum in third world countries.
I mean, like, we make fun of our parents for like leaving, like in America, of like our parents for like leaving these supposed third world countries to come here, and all the kids are like, why did you do that? Like, our food is poison, you know, everything sucks here, it's too expensive. What kind
Yeah,
of
and it's like, well,
opportunities?
people like, but you have food. But now it's like,
I know, but why is it poison? At least when you got food look, you were thin in a third world country. You were always thin and hot, and you got to fast all the time. It was by force, obviously, but you looked good. Everybody was hot and skinny, and everybody had abs. And I feel like we have more parasites.
well, they didn't
in the
have
US.
abs. They had that starvation bloated belly.
I mean, that's not everywhere. That's
Parasites.
places
We were
where
hungry
there's
when we were
parasites.
kids, and we were looking at the Ethiopian kids that we had to collect cans for to send out there as part of a food drive. And when we saw them on TV, we were like, they're not fucking starving. They've got a big fucking belly. And later on, we realized why. But at the time, like, yeah, we didn't have much food either. Like, people were struggling here as well. But
I know, but I feel like they lied.
all of the cheap food started being the shitty food. Like, you know, oh, hey, look, you've got veg and it's not been eaten up by insects and it isn't going to go rotten straight away because we've put preservatives on it and we've sprayed it so that the insects don't eat it. And then later on, it became fashionable to get like organic food. And it's like, what's organic food? Like, what's this organic veg that we see now? It's like, oh, it's much better. Yeah, because it costs like 3 or 4 times more. But why is it better? Well, it doesn't have insecticides, and it isn't grown with all these like chemicals, and it doesn't have the pesticides. It doesn't have like wax and shit put on it. It doesn't have all these other chemicals. So it's got less shit put on it. So why the fuck is it 4 times more expensive? Like, it should be way cheaper. So if you want people to be healthy, you'd make it cheaper. But no, like, we put less effort into growing it, and we're going to charge you 4 times more for it so that you can't eat it because we want you to be unhealthy and die early.
Okay, well, I mean, still, like, Vicky and I, like, our moms at least, they came from Cuba, right? And like, it wasn't that bad over there. You've been to Cuba since, right, Vicky?
No.
What? Well, anyways, I mean, they have problems. Look, they have problems over there, but the people are not super thin. They're not like super skinny, like dying type skinny. They're not like
We've
that.
got amazing rum, good cigars.
I mean, there you go. Yeah. And my friend, his mom actually retired to Cuba. She made all of her money here. She went to Cuba. She got a cute little apartment. She got American money, so you know, she can live there forever. And sometimes they have protests and unrest, and that's not so good. But like the majority of the time, or if you live like outside of the main city, like she doesn't have any problems. So, I mean, I don't know. And then my dad and her dad, they came from like Iran, and I don't think that was like a third world country at all.
It wasn't a third world country when they left. It was just in a revolution. It became a third world, but it wasn't a third world when he left. When they
Yeah,
left.
but like if we just stuck it out, if either of them just stuck it out, like we could have been born in a place that had organic food that was just called food.
We wouldn't have been.
Okay, forget that.
No, we would have nothing. We would be starving. We would be making hair tie out of condoms because that's what they do.
Wait, they do
yeah,
not.
I promise you, they do.
Do they even have condoms in Iran?
Yeah, I just my one of my German friends is there now, and she posted. She's like, things to do in Cuba: exchange money with the first
Cuba.
person in Cuba. Yeah,
okay,
you know.
Okay, so maybe our moms were correct.
Right, Cubans are the best at MacGyvers. They're literally built boats out of a horseshoe to come here, right? So Cubans can make anything. Because they
picked
have
the one thing that will sink. Like, out of all the things you could have picked, it's like a horseshoe. I thought you were going to say condoms because it can float. Like, you know.
Tires, okay, tires.
We could blow up a bunch of condoms and then like stick them together, and
they will do that.
Flotation device, yeah.
Well, one prick, all gone.
No, you do several pricks. You have several thousand condoms to get the boat going. I think this could work. We should do like a Cuban raft, like expedition, like where we try to go back to Cuba.
But you're describing the one issue, the one interesting thing about why immigration is so bad, right? Because it's always going to be the most the people with the best work ethic, the people who are the most organized, or who are the wealthiest who can afford to do it, or who are kind of like the most ingenious that can like kind of think of ways of doing it to get out of a bad country and into a good country. And those are the people that should stay in the bad country, because those are the ones that will, if they put their effort into it, that could turn the country around and make it successful. But the wealthiest, the most intelligent, the most dedicated are going to be the ones to run out of that bad situation so that they can have a better life somewhere else, which is why only the useless and the hopeless are the ones that are going to remain in these countries. So they're more and more and more doomed to fail.
I mean, yes, but also like you have to understand, like if you stay in these countries, you have to fight, and people are just like self-preservation types. They're very lazy. They don't want to risk it. Go. You can go if you want. Okay, so
no.
Come back.
No.
What? It's okay. He wants to go. It's fine.
I want to go.
No, you don't get to go. I don't know who told you that. Anyways, so yeah. I don't know. There's nothing we can do. I mean, if we look, we're staying now in the US, right, Vicky? Like we can't leave. Are we going to leave? Are you going to leave? Do you have a get out of
Well,
Dodge?
I mean, if I get married and I, I'm a
So you're
passport
trying
bro.
to get like that second passport
Yeah,
boy?
yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, like I'm trying to leave. I want an exit plan. I want my exit secured just in case.
I don't know.
I want
But
my
like, where are you going to go?
I mean, to be honest, I mean, an EU passport will be the best, but I don't. Probably Colombia. I would probably go to Colombia just because I could afford it. I could afford it there, and life is pretty good there. And it is third worldy. It comes with its own set of you have narcos, and you have a lot of drugs and a lot of crooked, corrupt police and government, but you could easily buy them off. You just buy them, pay for them.
You need money, yeah. So as long as you can
need
work
money.
here, you'll be fine.
As long as I'm still earning US. So right, let's say shit hits the fan, but I'm still able to keep my job and I can make my exit there. But yeah, ideally I want an EU passport.
But what happens if it's so bad here and there's no jobs here, not even that job? So then you have to like really leave and like just live somewhere.
Well then, yeah. So I mean, at that point, I have to find a way to make money, right? Teach English somewhere in some country that at least has good weight, like good like money.
Japan?
Asia. Yeah.
I mean, I like Japan. That's my like just in case. My kid's learning Japanese. I have her in classes.
Just in case.
Just in case, like, it's always good to have options, right? Anyways. But Korea is a no because they're terrible. So are you a passport bro?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a passport bro.
Yes, exactly. Because nobody wants to marry an American.
I'm a
American
passport
women
bro.
are American.
I go to the countries to find traditional men.
Yeah. See? Everybody wants like a nice traditional person, which brings me to conscious uncoupling, which I will not bore you guys too much on that, but I'll just tell you what it is. And that is the phenomenon of women who get married young to very good looking, not hideous or anything dudes. And then together, the women and the dudes make tons of money and become wealthy together. And then as soon as the woman and the man are wealthy together, even after kids and everything, the woman goes, you know what? I want to bone other people.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. I knew this was what it was going to be.
Yeah. So
You
that's
know
like,
what? I want to just throw my vagina around because I think I got married too young.
exactly. So they go, oh, I married too young.
That ties into like the people that claim ethical non-monogamy.
This is even worse because this is like we had kids, we did everything right, we made money together. I couldn't have done it without the other person. Like they both needed each other to do it. It wasn't like one person had money. No. They made it together. And then as soon as everything's settled and they have money and kids and everything, the woman's like, I would like to bone other people because Instagram looks so fun when you have money and you can travel around the world and bone dudes from all other cultures.
Well, it's the having the money. I think for the women, it might be that. But I think for both parties, it's this idea of like, you grew up fast. Then you become successful. You have your kids, so you feel like, what else is there to do? Like, I've got my kids, I'm married, and now I've got loads of money, which wasn't the situation that you went into the relationship with. So now they're like, well, now I can get to live my life. It's like, well, no, you're a fucking parent and you're married. So you've got kids now. Like, those little burdens of joy. That's what you have to look forward to. But like, no, they think, oh, well, I should have a life too. Now you should have done that before you fucking made a kid.
Yeah, and what I've noticed is just a bunch of women gassing up, usually divorced women, gassing up other women to leave their husbands. Like, oh, well, you know,
Oh,
yeah, you already have the money. Like, you don't need it. And the kids, the line that they repeat over and over is the kids are so resilient. The kids will be fine. They're so resilient. They won't even care. A happy mother is more important than like staying together, which is like insane. Because like Vicky and I both come from broken homes, and trust us, no, it is not good. You need to just stick it out just for a little bit, just until like the kid's 18. It's not forever, especially when you're halfway there, like the kid's 8, 9, 10. You're halfway there. Just finish it up and then go and be a hoe. That's what I would say. No? Okay. Cool.
No, I mean, yeah, I get it. I just think it's just, yeah, it's just stupidity. Like, you can, what I hate about the world today is we make up pseudo intellectual names for just standard shitty behavior, like to make it sound like it's okay or it's classy, or you know, just be honest with what you're doing. You want to be a whore. Don't be like you're consciously uncoupling. No, you want to be a whore.
Just
say, I feel like I want to
it.
be a whore. You know, I hate this kind of double speak about what shit really is. Like, you're changing it to make it sound less stupid or less offensive or less whorish doesn't do anything. Like, you know, we want reproductive rights. No, you want to murder your baby. Are we going to Planned Parenthood? No, you don't have a plan and you don't want to be a parent. Be honest about what you're fucking doing. You know, like even the people who are against like executions, you calling it what? Capital punishment. It's not a punishment. The guy ain't gonna learn shit. He's gonna be dead. Just say like, we're gonna be murdering the guy who murdered your loved one. Like, you call it what it is. The moment you actually start using the real words, like, we all know, most of us have read 1984. We understand why language is important. Like, they hyphenated shit. They you know, nobody called things what it really was, because then you don't have to think about what those things really mean. But the moment you start actually using real language for being real language, you suddenly actually have to think about the stuff that you're doing. We're consciously uncoupling. No, you're going to cheat on your husband.
And the hell with your
just made
family.
him be okay with it. Like,
yeah.
And obviously, like, I'm sorry, I have to be honest here. Women are going to be the most hurt out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, women are going to be the most hurt. They think that they're going to be okay with it, but they're never going to be okay with it, because guys are logical, women are emotional. Okay, so if a girl's like, you know, I think that maybe we should see other people, even though the guy might be devastated at the beginning, there's two reasons why he might be devastated. One, he's actually a guy with a heart, and he's invested in this relationship, and he doesn't like the fact that his wife is going to be whoring around. Or two, he's just acting like he's devastated because he thinks, this is what I need to do. Okay, I don't want to piss her off. This might be a shit test. So he's going to be like, oh, really? You really want to do that? Why? Aren't we happy? And if she's like, come on, I think this could be really good for us, then he'll be like, okay, fine, if you really want to do that. And she's going to go around and have a good time, and she's going to think she's great. But the minute he puts his dick in someone else, she's going to feel it like it's something in the force. Like, she could be anywhere else in the world. She could be sunning herself, uploading pictures on Instagram, and the moment he enters another vagina, she's going to be like, I sense a disturbance. And then she's going to be on the phone with him, and she's going to be all pissed off, like, how could you do this to me? And then it's going to be like, I need to rethink this, and we should get back together. And it's never going to be good. And even if they do get back together, she's going to make him jump through all these hoops the rest of his life, which is why, guys, if a girl ever wants to do this, never get back with her afterwards. Never, ever get back with a girl. Doesn't matter what it is. Even if you're on a break. Doesn't matter if she was with another guy or not. Always assume she was and end it, because you're never going to ever make it up to a girl. And I'm not shitting on girls for this, because I'm doing it for your own good as well. If there's girls out there who cheat on a guy, or who go on a break, or who do this and want to get back with a guy, trust me, girls, you don't want to get back with the guy either, because you're never going to be happy with him, because you're going to know he was with somebody else, and you're going to know that relationship is sullied. And although you might think it's like a control thing, and you get to like shit test him all the time, or you get to make him make it up to you, and you're never really going to forgive him, he's going to have to jump through all these hoops, you're not going to be happy in that relationship. Move on. Like, this conscious uncoupling thing, this is bullshit. Like, you're a whore.
I agree.
And that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
So I've noticed also
It's
that
Sunday,
women.
and I haven't drunk, so
Oh,
I have to
congrats.
de-stress another way.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I've got a drink here. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh,
Wait, carry on.
no. Oh no. Anyways, I've noticed that the age that women do this seems to be between like 38 and 48 or something like that, or like 46 or something. So in that,
women.
yeah, that span of 10 years, it's like I have been in a happy, productive relationship for like 15 to 20 years, and now I'm gonna just like throw it all away because I think I can do better. I think I could do better out of that. And it's just like so crazy, because some of these women, they talk about it like, oh, I'm so excited to be with, like, you know, to fall in love again. Like, they have never dated in like the last 20, 30 years. They have no idea what it's like as soon as like the apps came and destroyed everything. It's like, they're just like, oh, it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to meet so many people. I'm going to make so many friends. People are wonderful. Love is grand, because they've only been with one stupid person their whole life. And they've never been on the dating market, used and abused and tossed around. Man, the best thing about like being married is like you don't have to date anymore. I hate like the beginning. People like the beginning. People who like the beginning part, that's the worst part. The butterfly stuff, the hormone rushing stuff, like that's anxiety to me. That's a
Oh,
mess.
Jesus Christ.
What?
You're an anxiety person.
No, I don't like the beginning. I like that, like, you know, when you're comfortable already, like when you're safe and comfortable and everything's chill and nice and boring, and there's no like mood shift, like things are not, there's nobody screaming, there's nobody crying, there's nobody
Can you
like,
imagine Kat's ideal romantic movie? It's where like it's just a couple where the spark is gone. They fart in bed
about?
and they break up at the end.
No, you don't have, okay, look. There's two types of love. There's like the chemical one, which isn't real. And then there's a real one, which is like responsibility, and you care about each other, and it's very calm, and you just like trust each other. And there's no roller coasters. There's no fireworks. It's just you're safe and you're calm, and it's like nice. It's like I remember when we were kids, like in the 1800s, and we would watch like those movies. It was like, I don't know, Family Matters, and like what's the other one?
You said the 1800s. How old are you?
It doesn't matter. Like, anyways, and like what's
You mean
it called?
The 80s.
Whatever. Look, and those other
Oh,
movies.
yeah, whatever. It's the millennia here or there.
It's the same. Anyways, and they would just be like married couples that were not like the stupid Homer Simpson dads. It was just like regular dads. Like, you know, went to a job, or like the Cosby Show. He's like a doctor. She's a doctor. They're chill. They're not fighting. They're not screaming at each other. But like they bang, you know?
Yeah.
It's normal. That's what I like. Normal, relaxed, chill. Because I grew up with like crazy people. It's nice to be super chill. Maybe it's because like some of these women, they grew up in like wonderful, happy homes. They're so stupid that they think like that's what it always is.
Yeah, but then why would they suddenly decide to consciously uncouple and go whoring
Because
around?
like if you grew up in like a perfect, happy, wonderful home, and then you get married to the first dude that you date, and you have a perfect, happy, wonderful home with your kids and everything, you could be like, you know what, I could find this again. I want variety and boning. So let me
No,
go.
yeah, but see, here's the thing. I honestly think that if you bone right, you don't need the variety. This is the problem. I think that there's so many people out there, and I hate to say it, but especially with younger girls, they're just fucking boring. I'm sorry, but they are so fucking boring.
Are you complaining about how girls bang?
The younger generation of girls are just fucking boring. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound mean. They are so boring. I think it's got something to do with social media and the fact that everyone's faking having such an interesting, happy life that they don't have any clue about what being genuinely interesting is. And you used to have, like, back in the day, like, you used to have girls who were so prim and proper and well behaved, and in the bedroom they were just a complete degenerate, and it was amazing.
That's how it should
But when
be.
you're in, exactly, that's how it should be, and that's how it always was.
So wait,
But
okay, are you saying that women are like, easier now, but like they bring nothing, like they're not even bringing skills?
they don't bring skills. They don't. I'm sorry, they really don't.
Oh my
I think we've sanitized so much of the wrong thing in society that younger people genuinely don't even know how to fuck right, and the LGBT kind of proves that. But you see,
Well,
sorry.
go ahead, finish.
No, I was just gonna say. So, like,
I'm gonna
you
let you
see
finish.
yeah, you see these people kind of projecting this, like, I'm gonna be the ideal mate for you. Like, I can do this, I can do that, and look how sexy I am. Look how I can move, and look at my tits, look at my ass, look at this, look at that. But then when it actually comes down to the crunch, and you get them in bed, they don't know what the fuck to do. They've got no fucking clue.
What do they do?
Lie down. That's it. Like, they
Starfish.
literally just get on their back and that's it. It's like, okay. It's like, well, okay.
They starfish it
I
out.
mean, yeah.
So,
And even if the guy knows what to do, and like, yeah, you obviously you go in there, you do stuff, but like even then they start getting awkward. Like, it's the first time somebody spread their legs, first time somebody went down on them,
Oh,
first
the
time
cops are
somebody
coming.
did anything. It's like everything is just a shock, and everything's like, yeah, they act so weird, they act so freaked out. It's like, seriously, you're gonna look like that? You're gonna act like this, and you act like you've kind of got enough experience. I'm not saying like being a whore, but you act like you've got enough experience, like this isn't the first time, and you react like nobody's ever gone down on you. You act like you don't know what to do in this position or in that position. And they don't. And if you get into a relationship long term and the sex is boring, let's say you get married, and after a while there's literally no kind of imagination. There's no I've heard stories from girls, I've heard stories from guys, relationship wise, breakup wise. And I'm sorry, but sometimes, quite often, I'm not putting this solely on the girls because it happens with guys as well. When they leave and they're like, oh, the sex just wasn't good. And when you talk to them, you find out what it was that was the problem and why they moved on and how the next relationship goes. At some point you realize, no, I think the problem's you. I think the problem is you. It's not the other person. It's you who you're not doing the shit that you should be doing.
I mean, I think maybe this is just my guess. Maybe the younger generation, they're not having actual relationships, they're just having hookups. And if you're just hooking up, you're not going to learn how to do anything. Because every time is going to be your first time because it's a new person.
No. That's you can move from
Well, that
person to person,
I do agree with that because the more casual, if you have a constantly one night stands, right? Your whole entire roster is just one nighters. You're not going to build that comfort and that confidence, and you're not going to build that
Yeah, I get that.
relationship with that one person, right? So the more comfortable a woman gets with her partner, the more freakier, the more safe she feels, and then the more she could release her freak, right? But if you're constantly having one-nighters, it's going to be like your first time every single time. Like that's
Yeah,
not
that
fun.
sucks.
Like that's
For
not,
a woman, I
sucks.
agree with that. For a woman, I agree with that.
Are you banging men?
No. I'm saying that if it's a woman making that argument, I can understand that. But if it's a guy, the guy doesn't need to be in a long-term relationship. The guy that
Well, we're
for a
not talking
guy,
about guys. You're complaining
no,
about women.
no, I'm saying no. My point is that if it's a guy having one night stands, he's going to be comfortable regardless. But if it's a girl having a one night stand, I can appreciate the fact that she might be more on edge, a little bit more shy, whatever, and it's going to take time for her to kind of, like you said, let the freak go. But the issue is, and you've probably heard those studies, when a girl has a one night stand and then moves on, yes, she can move on to some degree. But if she decides after that one night stand to then meet the guy a second time and they hook up again, by the third or fourth time, even if it's a guy that she thought, I'm not going to have feelings for this guy, this will be like a fuck buddy guy. I don't find him attractive in that way. I won't have feelings for him. I can't see myself being with somebody like that. After the third or fourth time of having sex with him, she's going to develop feelings. And studies have shown that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the hormones that get released in that act for women relate to the feelings of love. Whereas for guys, that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So is it really that the girl's going to be thinking, I can have more fun and I'm enjoying this more because it's just comfortable now? Or is it that illusion of love shit that's really doing it?
I mean, I can't speak for other people. All I know is, like, for me, I can't even feel anything until I've been with someone like 6 months. It sucks for me, in my experience. It's just like it takes a long time to trust someone, to feel comfortable, to like even enjoy it yourself. Okay. So like I don't understand like a one night stand. Like that sounds horrible. That sounds like a waste of time. Like that's literally a waste, because for me, like it would be like you'd not get off, you'd feel used, and you'd probably release chemicals where you'd like the person more when they don't even like you. So why even do it?
Yeah,
Make
but
sense.
time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time.
But you don't enjoy it. Like me personally, I would not enjoy that. That's why I hate the beginning. I want the middle. I want like when you're already established.
You want to jump straight to the divorce.
No, I want to jump straight into like we've been married for 10 years. Like that's what I want. Like I don't want the beginning part. I hate the beginning part. I hate that I don't know if this person likes me. I don't know if like they're serious. I don't want any of that. I just want like I think arranged marriages would be way less stressful for me. Like that's what I wish we had here back when I was a kid. Like if we just had arranged marriages where it's like who is a good person from a good family, just smash us together. I'll make it work. I don't really care. I would make that shit work. It will be fine. And you don't have to worry about like, oh, this person are they serious? Are they using me? Are they wasting my time? Are they cheating on me with like 50 hoes? I don't like any of that stuff.
Do you think that can't happen with an arranged marriage?
It's less likely. Only like 4% have like divorce. So I mean, it seems to be like they're happier. Like if you don't have to get into an arranged marriages. Both parties choose. They're like, I looked around, I dated around, I didn't see anything good. I just want to get married. So like figure it out. So then you go, you meet like 5-10 people, you pick the one you like, you go on like dates with them, and then boom, you pick them and you get married. And then you're both all in, period. End of story. Your families are all in. Your families like each other. Everybody's all in. There's no like my dad doesn't like him, but I love him. There's no bullshit. There's no like the mother-in-law like attacking the wife and stuff, and like there's everybody agreed beforehand. Everybody's cool. They're on the same page. Boom. I think that like breaks through all the barriers, all the fights, all the bull crap. I do not want to date. Arranged marriage. That's what I want.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around arranged marriage. Nah.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so anyways, anything else that you guys want to say before we go? Because we are hitting the mark.
No.
I want to know
Wow.
what the fuck happened with Teriak. That's what I want to know.
I think he's dead, guys. Like, we need to, you know, just like whatever, like just feel your feelings.
Don't say that. What if he actually is?
He might be. Look, I'm not saying he's not. I told him if he doesn't start going to bed at a normal time and all that stuff, he's gonna have to like pass away because the body cannot handle his schedule of insanity.
But he's on the carnivore diet, Kat. So there's
He's
no way he can be
nothing
dead.
but peanuts for 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but now he's eating nothing but steak.
It's probably such a shock to his body that, you know, that and the terrible lack of sleep. And there you go. Like, the poor little leprechaun couldn't take it anymore, and you know, his little body gave out. Oh no.
You're doing a Cockney accent, not an Irish accent.
I don't know the difference. I'm American.
That's so racist. That's so racist.
It's all the same to me, love.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, oh, this, I'm gonna send something. Okay, so do I have any other cool things? Oh yeah, so before we go, you know, since like in honor of like our president being shot and, you know, our women being poisoned and, you know, by heavy metals and
Poison tampons.
yeah, and you know, everyone being, you know, like a big mess right now. Like I created like a nice tribute to America, you know, and everything that like we stand for. We need to get it back, and America will rise again.
Why do I have a feeling like this is going to be a massive hate crime?
It's not. It's an emotional thing. Like, just feel your feelings. And this is America. And guys, we're gonna bring it back. America's gonna have a comeback story. So, are we gonna do our little sign off? Do you remember it?
No.
Let me put.
Go for it. I don't know what it is.
Okay. May your ankles never break.
Oh God.
May your skin never end up as the soles of a wealthy woman's shoes. And may your dreams be more vivid than your nightmares. And God bless America.